This is my 07.5 third gen. Getting it tuned today. It's been a 3-year build. Hoping to make somewhere around 1169 on the dyno. Hopefully Paul doesn't throw a rod through the side of it with his tuning. But yeah, hopefully we're more worried about track times than horsepower numbers. So hopefully we'll be able to drive it back on the trailer at the end of the day.
The gates are on. They only got 15-pound springs. He's putting boost to it, but I don't think it's making enough boost to override drive. I think probably what's going to happen is we're probably going to...
Oh, is the boost going to the bottom? Is it supposed to go to the bottom?
No, he's going to the top. That's fine. Just blow him up and super fast.
There's a problem. We'll fix it. Sorry.
That's all right. That's why we touched this thing.
Top and I tested the shot.
Yeah, it says it's making like probably 20 pounds, but
We found the dyno rig to work on the vehicle.
Oh, I'll do it.
it's $1 million an hour.
I'll do it. I'll invoice you. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, tool rental's what gets you if you do it. It's actually cheaper if we do it.
Do you have any more of those fittings or no?
No, I've got the plugs.
Well, that's fine.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Actually, I don't have the plugs.
That's what we don't. You won't need the plugs. We just need
Yeah,
to
you
take
just need
this
to take
fitting
these to
and
the
put
top. I think it's a 8mm or a 10mm socket.
You need a wrench?
Yeah, open end. Yeah. All right, I take that back too.
It's probably 3/8.
I thought it was metric.
All right.
You know what gates we had on?
You're 0 for 3.
Shut up.
None.
0 for 3.
1,800 horsepower with no weight. More gooder?
More better.
Yeah, I'm gonna save your bros for putting the exhaust fan up there.
Should
Yeah,
we
I need to
switch
look at the log and clean up some of that surge too. But other than that,
Makes it sound like a pulling truck.
So I've not heard an S485 for a while, and I was taking a shit. I'm like, that sounds weird. It sounds like a boost leak. And I'm like, this just still doesn't.
That's what I told him first time I drove it. I was like, oh man, I got a boost leak.
no, they just make them. They whine really weird. I mean, it didn't make stupid great power, but it's a good start. Yeah. There we go. Look at that curve. That is beautiful.
All right, we got Austin Wilson's truck in here. You've probably already seen it some in the video. Clean 3rd gen, 4-link, cutout bed, cage, the whole deal. He's pulling his injectors right now. These guys here. I've got my truck over here. I'm also pulling the injectors because Austin's truck runs a CM849 and it's got 6-7 body injectors in it. We've had this happen before with Jordan Merciel's truck. If you look at the numbers, this run here, we were literally burning rubber off the tires. It was good. We've only made 2 pulls that made anything like this. Most of them make this number. Truck just lays over, doesn't do anything, but if you look at the log, it looks perfect. I don't have the log pulled up, but you get the idea. So what we're doing now is my race truck's got 0304 body injectors, so they're a true 5.9 injector, where his is a 6.7. So we're gonna swap mine for his and see if that'll fix the issue. So like I said, on Jordan Merciel's truck, we had the same problem, went down, truck was a turd. I mean, just, you could put all the fuel in it you wanted, just absolute dog shit turd. Put injectors in it that Milliken gave us from his old car that he had laying in a box. Same problem. All the fuel in the world, nitrous, didn't matter. It was like 650s at best, which is ridiculous. That truck weighs nothing. Put a good set of 5.9 body injectors in it, problem solved. So we're gonna get these bad boys changed out and we're gonna put it back on the dyno and see what it does, because we know mine work. So we'll check back with you here in just a few. All right, got everything off, got my injectors out. He's got a pile of parts. He's almost there. He'd been done if he wasn't using hand tools. So anyways, we'll put these bad boys in his truck. 6,200 RPM, she still looks beautiful. All right, check back. Call Jeremy Gray real quick, so I don't have to. And ask him.
07.5 pedal.
07.5 pedal with jives with
6.7.
It should.
I see him make 49.
Should. But.
Well, 07.5 pedal work with the
CM849.
CM849.
Yes.
Okay. So
I just want to make sure.
our problem is yeah. So we put my injectors in it, and man, does it run really nice. But first pull, I mean, power wise, I'm gonna say like it's pretty well where I expected it, but it cut me off at the top of the run. Like I was still on the floor and it shut me down. And then the next pull, I went to roll into it and it like wanted to come up and it shut me down before we even got into the pool. And then okay.
Did you look at those?
I just did a regular EDA scan log, but I can pull it up.
Pull it up on a scan tool, so key it on and plug your scan tool into it.
Yep.
And just cycle pedal, key on engine on, and you should be able to watch APPS1, APPS2, and TPS percentage. APPS1 should be 0.25 volts to 2.25 volts, and APPS2 should be 0.5 volts to 4.5 volts approximately. And those should basically, if you can graph them, they should stay perfectly equal as well as throttle percentage. And if they do that, I doubt to have an issue.
Okay.
I think it's very likely that we have an issue somewhere else with something that's being super weird.
Yeah, so like I did double check to make sure coolant temp and shit like that was all happy, because I know we had that issue. So I'm like, well, I know to at least check that.
That's 849, right?
Correct. So
It doesn't have any of the expected codes.
no, there's literally no codes on the ECM. I apparently have everything turned off.
Turn shit back on.
Well, I didn't mean to have everything turned off. Normally they throw a shit ton of codes, so I don't know if I turned all the bullshit off or what.
I'll literally turn all the codes back on and just see what it says. But yeah, try that. I gotta take it.
Okay.
I can see it.
Come on.
probably went in 134-ish.
Yeah, close.
133.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way the graph flatlines, and then it starts to taper back, and see how hard it came up?
Oh yeah.
And then just like nothing, that's when the tire is like, smell rubber.
We got 140 degrees.
It's crazy. 140 degrees. Your oil temp is 150
It
degrees.
usually stays about 15 degrees difference.
Yeah.
Usually what it says.
Oil temp's 153. We just made 3 runs, like boom, boom, boom. It's literally 142,
Dude, that's
100.
clean. I'm sorry, but that's just cool. I mean, that's pretty neat. Little smoky now.
Compared to before, not really.
True.
Dude, it still cleans up.
Yeah.
This thing will respond very well to nitrous. Like that too.
He's
is
like,
clean.
he's like, whoa.
By the way,
He's like, just so you know, nitrous is your friend.
Um,
Well, I mean, all you gotta
Yeah.
do is get that button right there.
what's on all though?
It's full, I
Is it
tell you
full?
that.
It's
It's full. It's got 32 minutes.
This number here is, it's so annoying. I should just rate it a little longer. Hold on, wait. Let me do this. There we go. Look at that spike, boy. Look, here we go. There's 1,000. Max says 1,090. I mean, it makes more than that. I know it does. I'm not concerned about the number at this point. I'm mostly just wanting to make sure it runs good. And I logged all that. So now we have something to look at.
So there's everything's complete in there now. We got everything hooked up. All his blue wires here he put in and got all those hooked up. So he's got his light mod, that's for his turn signals. He's got a horn. He's got headlights, tail lights. He's got a switch for turn signals back here. He's got lockup and overdrive. He's running full manual valve body. Super cool truck. We did the initial wiring on it, and then he took it home, finished up all his lights and everything like that. Got a AEM CD7 carbon. We got him a nice little intro picture there. This thing is street legal, you know, loosely. Got all his screens set up. Got him a couple different options, different ones he wants to look at. Pick and choose what he wants. He's got GPS speed and then everything off the OBD2, plus all the sensors we added previously. This here is shifter, which actually had the nitrous on, so it might work. Bangs gears. Spool jets on this side. We would normally put it under the throttle back here and make a wide open throttle switch, but being he's gonna drive on the street and stuff like that, I would hate for him to, you know, get rowdy and stab it and the kit come on before it needs to. So a little easier to just use the button. But yeah, this thing is pretty sick. It's actually got a, I believe this started off as a Firepunk 4-link, right? Or I mean, it is a Firepunk 4-link. And when it came to us, the front brackets were a little low. So we moved them up. This was previously, this has been like a year ago. Super clean. Truck's nice. I mean, paint looks good. Like I said, all the lights work. Cool latches, those things are awesome. We have them on our truck. Everybody should use them. Super clean piping. Nathaniel from Rudy's did all the piping, exhaust, intercooler, all that good stuff. McCoy Black Built the engine back in the day. It's got a sleeved 6.7 DDP fuel system. I mean, stainless S485, nitrous, all the good stuff. Coilovers on the front. Did Nathaniel do the coilovers too, or no?
Yes, sir.
No, somebody else did the coilovers.
Yeah,
Okay.
got the rack and pinion.
It's got a rack and pinion. Let's see if we can see it. Yep, got a rack and pinion, wishbone, different 4-link bars on it. So, super cool truck. This thing should rip. There's really no reason why it wouldn't go. I think it's gonna go 560s, 570s, but only one way to find out. So, like I said, we're gonna meet him at the track somewhere in North Carolina, hopefully here pretty quick, and do some test passes. But that's kind of everything on it. All right, so we got Austin's truck here. He's getting ready to load it back up. We got everything done on it. Spools, it idles good. DDP makes a really good injector. We ended up putting his injectors back in after having mine in it. We tune extra G's all the time, tune S and S all the time. I'm not around a lot of DDPs. They have a lot of stuff over on this side of the country, but we don't deal with them a lot. Austin hiding back here. We don't deal with them a lot, so when it comes time to tune them, they're a little different to tune at idle. So we spent the better part of a day getting it to idle happy, you know, not clattery, not loping, not anything like that. So we got all that fixed. We got his, check it out here, he's got a button on his brake pedal. So we got that for the staging limiter. So he can come up, get on the brakes, stand on it, floor it, hit his spool, truck comes right up. Problem we're having right now is he's got innovative brakes on it. I think maybe the rotor's glazed over a little bit, some of his street driving, and problem we're having is it won't hold. So not really anything we can do tuning wise. We know the limiter works. It comes up super quick. So no problems there. The biggest thing is he just needs to get it home, get it running. He's gonna go to the track. When he goes, we're probably gonna meet him over where he's from in North Carolina and get this thing dialed in. It should rip. Thing made 1,000 horsepower, burning the tires off last night. I don't something else I forgot to over on the truck. He's got it in the trailer now, but I was just thinking about this. Let me flip you guys around here. So we're having some issues with it when it was idling. We had no controller rail. We went all over the place. It's got a splitter harness on it. Not typically an issue. So you can see we've got this fuel pump is disconnected. Only this pump's on. So this is a 290 GPH pump. I believe this one's a 220. So we did everything with just the one pump. So the problem we were running into is it's teed in on the return right here, and I think it might just be too small. There's a lot of stuff going through that one return. Both pumps, plus you've got the return from the engine, are all being fed back into this one singular port. So he's gonna go home, he's gonna switch it all over, make the returns a little bit better as far as maybe adding one or going up in size. But yeah, so we were having issues with fuel pressure. It was only like 24, 25 PSI, but it was just enough that we really could not control the CP3s the way we wanted to. So he's gonna go home and fix that. And then we had one other issue. I'm not gonna go up to the front of the truck to show you, but it's doing this weird thing where it's actually why we swapped the injectors. So the truck was just acting weird. It'd be way down on power. One run it would blow the tires off and make, you know, 900 horsepower spinning, and then the next run it would, you know, it would make like 450 horsepower. We're scratching our head. You know, we called Jeremy Gray, the guy that made the harness, and he's like, something silly's got to be going on. So we checked the codes, and sure enough, there was a map sensor code, and the map sensor voltage was all over the place, and I guess the ECM decided it wasn't going to work. So luckily we had a 10-bar map sensor here, swapped it out, and that immediately fixed the truck. So we were able to put his injectors back in, the DDPs, took my exergies out, and the truck responded immediately, just how it should. So I figured I'd touch on that a little bit since I forgot to mention it earlier. We got busy changing injectors and just heat of the moment, we forgot the video. We're still learning all this stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy the content we got and understand that it is really hard to remember the video when you're working on stuff and you're just working, you know, it takes a while for this to become habit. So anyways, see you later.